The day starts with a walk to the work site, and volunteers enjoy a chance to chat along the way. It's an opportunity to warm up the muscles before an abbreviated workday. And what really makes an SPFL program so special are its volunteers, their stories, and their perspectives. Nectarios is Canadian. His parents were born in Greece and moved to Canada for opportunity. Nectarios is an electrician now, living in Canada. However, in an effort to gain mastery in the Greek language, Nectarios, a Canadian citizen, joined the Greek army. While having an electrician on the island can be very useful, this year's project required more carpentry work, and Nectarios pulled through just as well. To pour concrete, you need 3 ingredients: sand, lime, and porter. The day begins with unloading sand to be mixed either by hand or by a modest cement mixer available to the island. Every year is a new mix of laborers, some skilled and others ready to learn. Paul has spent the last 4 years studying marine biology, and during his summers he worked as a stonemason. He now applies his skill in working with cement block and stone for the Church of St. Spyridon. The concrete block is covered in mortar, and that covering must be sealed with a thick layer of paint. Every square inch of the church will be painted, with this sealant to protect the church over the years from the harm of insects, the sun, and the sand. George is an American, works as a salesman for a manufacturing company, and took the program as an opportunity to spend some much-needed time with his son. The inside of the church is also painted, so that someday Orthodox icons can be painted in the Byzantine style on the walls of the church. The lead foreman on this trip is an American. Peter Master John is Orthodox and a skilled carpenter. His skill in working with wood and managing crews will prove invaluable to the success of the program. He might be limited in tools, but not in creativity, as he builds shutters and a means to keep them open.
Oh, I love it.
Dmitri works hard painting the shutters that will eventually be fastened to the windows. Winds of a hurricane can top 140 miles per hour in the Bahamas. The shutters will protect the church from the hurricanes.
My name is Dmitri. I am from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. I'm 24 years old and I am back home in Toronto. I am a school teacher, grades kindergarten through grade 6. Just being here is a highlight in itself. I guess the coconut football game was a lot of fun. But I guess the biggest highlight was getting away from just the hustle and bustle of a big city life in Toronto. You tend to overemphasize the concept of time here, and I didn't even bring a watch here because I didn't even want to know what time it was. So just being here and seeing how simple everything is and how just slowing everything down and putting things into perspective has been a huge highlight.
One of the most important elements of an Orthodox church is its altar. After nearly a week's worth of work, the floor of the altar is constructed, and the iconostasis, or icon wall, begins to take form.
I'm Peter Master John. I'm from the parish of St. John the Confessor in Ipswich, Massachusetts. And I do carpentry work and chant in the St. John's Church. So now we're down here in the Bahamas and Long Island. So we've taken on a very aggressive project of trying to finish the Church of St. Spyridon. We have front doors that we've installed to be finished completely. We have windows, frames out, and screening going in. We have Bahamas shutters going on to protect it from the environment. We've assembled a complete, soon-to-be complete iconostats and veneered it in nice cherry and oak woods. Built holy tables, proscomedia tables, candle stands, and many other projects, including finishing a bunch of cement work outside, adding steps.
Outside, crews clear land with machetes. Father Christos is the program's priest. Here he serves the spiritual needs of the volunteers. And back in the United States of America, he is an eye surgeon.
I'm the priest from Pillars Orthodox Church in Carlisle, Pennsylvania. And I'm here as the priest for this trip to serve our liturgies and vigils and vespers, etc. and I'm just enjoying being of any assistance I can for any spiritual issues that come up, confessions and special prayers, blessings of meals, and instruction, catechism, whatever I can do.
In a typical day of the program, volunteers work 4 hours in the morning, break for lunch, and then work another 2 hours in the early afternoon. By the time work is over for the day, participants are ready to take their afternoon swim and relax after making their mark on the history of this little church of Long Island.